smoking like pepper. Flawless diamonds, yeah, I'm good under pressure. 400 racks tucked in the dresser. Blowing money fast like big.
Sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that, ain't none of that. They're new to us. Acting like that you pop off, no damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane, carry you like that do the truck. Trend following. I'm surprised you just not catching up. It's my way or the highway, baby girl. I'm not a settler. Don't play with my kind, I'm out of my mind. I promise it get pitiful. They love me, they love me. I promise I do the bare minimum. My people they say that I'm underrated, but it's crazy. I'm steady, they killing them. Can't ride by wave, I'm flipping them. Come up for some earth and I'm dipping them.
I'm so sick of all you weak, lame. for endless, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision from sacrilegious. I feel my wrath, did you ever offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions? You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation beats opportunity, no? Being great, that's ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight, Bill.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you mourn my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great as ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, this fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though.
But I ain't here to fight, Bill.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. Answer me while you daydreaming. Can't need me to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teeth. And you can't reason with the animal that's loose in my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you cross me, your act even. Preparation means opportunity, maybe. Being great is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't face me. You ain't really hard like you imagining. Bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives.
But I ain't here to fight, Bill.
I got everything to lose.
Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those.
I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing.
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I rose from the ashes of the section. I seen a stranger in my own reflection. I pointed in my own direction. I would've did it for my own protection. Keep debating about the GOAT. I'm the one like 2, 3, 4, 5. How you playing both sides? How I make 1 million, 2 million, multi. How I make 8 figures, 8 million 4 times. And I was underutilized the whole time. It's rigged. I guess they couldn't find a gold mine. You dig? The sheep sleep on me, but the ghost cosign. I stopped thinking about the future, cause we got no time. The world changed. Damn. The world changed. Yeah, I tried and failed. I see my best friends jail, but betrayal was the real pain. Damn, the world changed. Look, I built walls around the house, networking. All these bloodsuckers, I just hope it's networking. Soul-searching, broken hearted with my chest hurting. But I was gifted with the best cursive. I'm suffocating and my weight keep fluctuating. I showed love, how the you hating? Damn, I'm the greatest, but that's unrelated. I either overstay my welcome or I'm underrated. Lately I've been trying to wake sleepers. The fake woke and the gatekeepers. Too shallow for big fish, I stay deeper. We all gotta meet the same reaper and the same maker, even if we never touch the same paper. Made enough for a surplus. Quotas, but the money brought us much closer. Used to be silent when they load up. Remember that? Now they sit around and upload them. I swear the world changed. I swear to God the world changed. Swear to God, the world changed. World changed.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Jamison Williams. He's coming off a stellar day, scoring twice and adding a bunch of yards as well. It's the Vikings and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down, Winston. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Once once again they run with Mixon. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Jameis to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Touchdown, Bears! Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're putting...
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now Jameis on second down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Now inside the 25. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, Chicago. Brandon Ayuk, 77 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 68 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even
there he goes left side. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense. But on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now Winston. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. That's caught by Myers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, and he misses the target, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there that takes away what could have been a touchdown. Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. This is taken at the 18. There he goes, right side. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll give to Hall. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, and it's incomplete.
That's got to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive is starting with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jamison Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Winston. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On third down, Winston. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First down, Winston. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, Winston. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This goes out wide for Mixon. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Winston. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break, and then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by Dunn.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Hall. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 94 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the... The Bears are back within a score. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground. Hall, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
You're exactly right, and that was really the most impressive thing to me about Colorado is they came out for the first play of the game. Looked totally ready to go, and it just looked sharp.
Game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here, and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The kick by Rice is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, is it? Go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And this lines up a gain of 4 to the 41.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Jameis to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check on bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark.
Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
You want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball, right? I want to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Winston now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, Protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That is intercepted. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here in this 4th quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for them, because they don't look at yourself on one partner.
There's still time remaining. When you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball, trying to solve things away, to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down 35-34. A little under a minute 50 remaining. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that can finish things off for them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast, so I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
Stand up. Bit of he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my Front seat straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone screaming.
CJ Stroud, who was the second overall pick in the NFL draft. After the Crimson Tide, James Milroe. He won the Heisman. With number 1, Georgia, and that means
Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile if it cost a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions.
look at this. Brock Bowers gets the handoff. Tony gets through receiving a rush.
Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile unless it cost a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions.
He's got all day. He's in contact.
Okay. I don't
First career rushing touchdown for Beck. Georgia up 14-0. All right, third quarter we go. Keep an eye on Makai Muse. Muse is a walk-on wide receiver that appeared in 2 games for Georgia last season. Muse, 5 career receiving yards, took the screen, finds plenty of green, showing off his speed. He's a goner. Nobody's catching him. That's his first career TD. His teammates swarm him to celebrate. Georgia wins big. Their 18th straight win, longest streak in school history.
Ohio State taking on Indiana. This series has been all Buckeyes for a generation. They have lost to Indiana since 1988. That spanned in 28 games. Longest active win streak against one opponent in the bowl subdivision. There's McCord going to Marvin Harrison Jr. for 9 yards. McCord's first completion of the day. Harrison had only 2 catches for 18 yards. Later in the drive, Mayan Williams barreling in for the touchdown. Ohio State out to the 7-0 lead. Third quarter, it's 13-3 Buckeyes. They had a 2nd and 9 from their own 27. McCord going to Cade Stover. Big play here down to the Indiana 24. McCord 20 of 33, 239 yards, an interception but no touchdowns. On the next play, McCord going back to Harrison, but no touchdown. Take another look at it. They say Harrison ran out of bounds before he caught the ball. Missed opportunity for Ohio State. They went only 2 for 12 on 3rd down and only 2 touchdowns in this game. Williams, there's the 2nd touchdown. Ohio State wins, but that offensive film session will have some teachable moments in the upcoming week.
4th-ranked Alabama taking on Middle Tennessee. Jalen Milroe getting the start for the Crimson Tide. No score. First quarter, Alabama 1st and 10. Take a look as Milroe chases down a bad snap, breaks away. That is smart. Man, and then he's got some burners too. Look at him go. 21-yard rushing TD, the longest by an Alabama QB since Tua back in 2019. Second quarter, 21-0 now Alabama. First play of the drive, Milroe stands in the pocket and he says, you know what? Let me just let this fly to Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond, 47-yard TD. It's 28-0 Crimson Tide. Third quarter, 35-0. Alabama 2nd and 5 from Middle Tennessee 29. Milroe feeling it. Taking a hit though as he throws one to Amari Niblack for the touchdown. Milroe 194 passing yards, 5 total TDs. Here's Coach Saban on his quarterback moving forward.
So you're asking me to speculate and answer a hypothetical question about how some guy's going to perform in the future? I don't really know. I mean, I love him. I think he's doing well. I know he's working hard to try to improve. He's a good competitor. He'll do everything he can to play his best. But I don't have it. This is a Coke bottle. It's not a crystal ball. How do you think he'll play? Do you know? Do you have any idea? Hard to know. It's what we all strive for, though. I mean, we want everybody to play well. We're going to try to prepare them the best way we can. But that's why you play the games.
Classic.
I mean, he scored 56 points.
Milroe had one of the best games by an Alabama quarterback in program history. That's all. He became the first Crimson Tide player in team history to have 3 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in a single game. Milroe and Alabama have a tough test, though, next week. They're going to host number 11, Texas.
Yeah. East Carolina visiting number 2 Michigan. Wolverines head coach Jim Harbaugh suspended for his team's first 3 games. The university sat him for breaking NCAA rules. Check out quarterback J.J. McCarthy. Free Harbaugh.
Yeah.
In the first quarter, the Michigan offense comes out in a train formation while holding up 4s as a tribute to Harbaugh. That was his number as a player. Michigan defense coordinator Jesse Minter, you saw there leading the team on Saturday. J.J. McCarthy back at quarterback to Roman Wilson for the touchdown. McCarthy completed 15 straight passes at one point. First play of the second quarter, Michigan up 7-0. Blake Corum, he's back as well. 37 yards there. He had 10 carries, 73 yards. Michigan on the East Carolina 2-yard line, and then Corum finishes it off. His 32nd career touchdown pass to Steve Smith, the 7th spot in rushing touchdowns in Michigan history, 14-0 Wolverines. Third quarter, Michigan up 23-0. McCarthy going back to Wilson. McCarthy 26 of 30, 280 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wilson 6 catches, 78 yards, and the 3 scores. Michigan wins. Here's McCarthy out.
I personally just felt like something was missing today. And it was definitely him. Like, he has just this presence that it's all about winning, all about competing, all about pushing through. Like, just as simple as the pregame speech. Like, I was missing that voice. And yeah, it's just like, it really sucked going out there first game, him not being out there, because he put as much blood, sweat, and tears into this as much as we have. So it's unfortunate, but we know we get him back week 4. He's going to be hungrier than ever.
So 2 more games left on the suspension.
Yeah.
Wolverines are going to face UNLV and Bowling Green.
They'll be fine.
I think they'll be okay. Harbaugh's son, Jay, and Mike Hart will be sharing head coaching duties against UNLV, while offensive coordinator Sharon Moore will be acting head coach against Bowling Green. ESPN Analytics, well, it gives Michigan a 98% chance to win each of those games.
Yeah. All right, the Braves. They've taken the first 2 against the Dodgers. Wow, in LA, like Kelly looking good in the win column against Ronald Acuna Jr. and company. Acuna up to bat, 3-0 count in the top of the 3rd. Is there any doubt? The hardest hit ball in the major this season, even looking bets is impressed. 454 feet for Acuna's 32nd home run of the year. Braves up 1-0, 121.2 miles per hour. And the newlywed knew it. Game tied at 1, bottom 4, bases loaded to out. Bet says, I'm going to make my case against the NL MVP. Not there. That call could have gone either way. The game stays tied at 1 as you take another look. Okay. All right, bottom 9, same score. Betts up with a chance to win it. Mookie Betts. Unbelievable. Betts 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, so we are headed to extras. Top of the 10th, still tied. 2 on, 2 out. Orlando Arcia. Deep and gone. And Arcia knew it was gone. Did you notice how he flipped the bat to cap it off? Oh, yeah. Braves take it in 10. Atlanta has taken the first 3 games of this 4-game set in L.A.
Still to come on SportsCenter from Los Angeles. The Aces looking to maintain a comfortable lead as the top seed in the WNBA. They were looking for win number 32, taking on the Storm. Plus, College Game Day was in town for a Carolina clash in Charlotte as North Carolina took on South Carolina. How will the team of Drake May perform against the Heels' border rival?
Michelin keeps innovating so the world can move in better ways. Michelin, motion for life.
Get ready.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You always show up, no matter how small the show is, because anyone can have a dream. You can have what it takes to chase it. You are fighters. This is your reward. Look out, remarkable fighter.
Wendy's and breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
Got that sauce biscuit and some tay-tay.
Eggman and Saucy Boy. 2 hot coffees.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
We got cops clocking us. Enemies eyeing us.
Leaving's too dangerous to be left alive. Game over.
Is your plan to watch the game today? I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket. It's not your best plan. Do you know what it is? My plan from Verizon.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on us, a $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on Verizon.
This is college football. You gotta see this play. Fourth quarter, Boston College trailing Northern Illinois 21-7, 4th and 5. BC quarterback Thomas Castellanos takes the snap with his own 40, starts retreating away from pressure, runs all the way back across the field, scrambles back up the field before lofting a pass downfield to Lewis Bonham for the first down. That's unreal. Video game-like scramble and conversion. Northern Illinois would go on to win by 3-0.
This is also college football. Virginia State and Norfolk State. That's the Trojans against the Spartans. It looked like it might be a Greek tragedy for one team, and then it turned out to be a tragedy for the other. Virginia State up 6 seconds left, 4th and 7. Jordan Davis runs to the sideline, runs out of bounds, but there's still 1 second left on the clock. Trojans rush the field thinking they won it, but it's confirmed there is still 1 second remaining. That's a turnover on down, so Norfolk State can kick a field goal to force overtime. But there's a bad snap, and Dante Clark scoops it up for Virginia State, and he goes 77 yards for a touchdown the other way.
Ridiculous.
And Virginia State wins at 33-24. Coach Henry Frazier relieved that he came out on the winning side of that.
Tennessee hosting Virginia. It's Virginia's first game since a fatal shooting in the lives of 3 of their teammates back in November of 2022. Mike Hollins, his first game since surviving that fatal shooting. Lavelle Davis Jr., Devin Chandler, and Sean Perry were honored pre-game. Very emotional. All right, to the game, second quarter. Tennessee up 7-0. Joe Milton III connecting with Ramel Keaton. That's a 41-yard gain. The Volunteers in Cavaliers territory. Later in the drive, second and goal. Dylan Sampson, all muscle, in for the score. Sampson had 4 touchdowns. Volunteers led 14-0 at that point. Third quarter, 21-3 now. Milton III says, I want to get into the action. I'm just going to keep it. He had 234 total yards, 4 TDs. Volunteers win easily, 49-13.
North Carolina didn't have standout receiver Tez Walker Saturday against South Carolina. Why? Long story. Walker committed to East Tennessee State in 2019. He decommitted and signed with North Carolina Central in 2020. Central canceled the season that year due to the pandemic. Walker left, and he finally played after he transferred to Kent State. Spent 2 years there, then transferred to North Carolina. But he needed a waiver from the NCAA to play for the Heels because he transferred more than once.
10 to the 26.
But they were still waiting for a ruling on Saturday. Kickoff against the Gamecocks couldn't wait, so Tar Heels suited up without Walker, who was an All-MAC selection last year, expected to be a key contributor this season once he's in for play. Drake May, Spencer Rattler, quarterback matchup in this one. May, Jacoby Paysour was in for the touchdown. North Carolina lead 17-14. They were 22-2 when leading at the half since 2019, but those 2 losses are the last 2 times they led at the half. Third quarter, Tar Heels up 17-14. May to Gavin Blackwell for 37 yards. North Carolina trying to punch it in. Omarion Hampton will handle it from there. He had a pair of scores. And British Brooks ran for 103 yards. Tar Heels up 24-14. Next North Carolina drive. May throwing it up. John Copenhaver pulling it down. May 24-32 with 269 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did have 2 picks. Fourth quarter, South Carolina hanging around. Rattler under constant pressure, threw for 353 yards, but he got sacked 9 times. Kamen Rucker with the sack there. The 9 sacks, most of the game for Carolina the last 25 seasons. Dance, coach. That's 100 for Matt Brown.